either have this or this. I feel like this will work for the OG. No? Okay, let's try this. Oh, I mean, I guess that's kind of cool too. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna post it. I'll probably noodle around with it a little bit more to get it to how I like, but this is pretty much the final design. See if I could add the little dragon breath or something in his mouth. Oh, another thing I like about Trapinch in general is that I love that it doesn't get affected by Sandstorm. I think that's one of the reasons I love that Pokemon so much when I first started playing it. Here we go. And then we're gonna do a bigger one. Lower the... Wow! Yeah, but I love that. I love that so much. Oh, what was I gonna say? Mm, but yeah, I want to see what it looks like. It looks pretty cool. Either one. I was probably gonna be like, oh, this is this side. Hang on. Huh? Can work? Oh, it's gonna take a while. Wow, it actually looks better on this side. I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted. I like both. I love Trapinch since being it and Flygon was my fave sense. I just feel like that's what it needed. Cause, however, did you see all of the steps I took to get here? I could show you, but let me turn off all the layers. So originally, I was gonna make it was always gonna have four wings no matter what, but originally I was gonna make it something like this, like the four wings on its back, and the hand was gonna do like a mummy thing. I don't know if you can tell. These little nubs, the two nubs. It was gonna do like a self-hugging kind of thing, but it was it feels more like what I was going for was like a mauve slash mummy, and I thought that I was gonna be able to do more of like the dragon ghost or dragon fairy type looking, but then it looks too much like Mothra and it didn't make sense to me anymore, so I scrapped it. So then I went for the original design and tried to make it cool. But the more I started with the head, right? Because I always feel like I could do the head. The more I did the head, and when I finished the body or like down to the body, it made me feel like it looked like Latias, and Lugia and Skarmory. I was like, I don't know about this one. And I was like, it doesn't have like a dynamic pose and it's just stationed. I didn't like it. And then I did this one. So I went back to the mothing mothing idea. Oh, cause you know, like Trapinch, sadly to say, was the lion ant, and then once it evolved, it became that lion ant moth looking thing. So I was trying to harken back to that. Also didn't like it. I was like too mothy, too mothy. So and then I started to keep. I wanted to keep the arm strap kind of like how if an aviator was going to fly, they have like these arm strap. Hang on, I'll show you in a second. I think it's because of all the chicken scratches, you're probably like, what is going on over there? So it was gonna do like what Latios and Latias did with their little hand, where they can tug it into their body like a jet. Oh my god, what was that? Okay, hang on. Multiply. It was gonna do something like that, and then the eyes was gonna have like a tube, right? And when I did that, I was like, this design looks boring because I don't know what to do with the leg. I didn't know what to do with the leg. I was like, because Flygon has like a very specific leg. I was like, does it hang like this? Or should it go up like this? Either way, it looked funny. I was like, okay, scrapping it. I was like, I don't know what to do with this. Oh, wait. Oh, I showed it here. Oh my gosh, hang on. I showed it here. Yeah, this little wing flap. But I didn't like it. And then I think I arrived here. And that's what the sketch you saw in Discord. I was like, I might as well make it look cool, right? So, but then it started to look like an Aerodactyl. Not the Pokemon. Is it Pterodactyl? Pterodactyl? Because of the wings. The reason I made the wings like it is because Flygon has like a non-functioning wings. It doesn't make sense, but I figured that Flygon means polygon, you know, and then polygon. I think they got the wing from those origami. No, not the Pokemon, but um, it's Terra. I think it's the dinosaur basically. The dinosaur that's like pterodactyl, not Aerodactyl, but same Pokemon. Yeah, the Terrasa. But yeah, so I was like, okay, if we're gonna go with the wings that are basically a trapezoid, is it a trapezoid? No, it's a diamond, basically. I was like, if we're keeping that, then let's do something that's missing a side so you know that it's a tuck in under type of wing. And that's how I arrived at, oh my god, that's, don't look at that. You saw nothing. That was like a wyvern dragon wing. Um, there is a like this is how I got the little image of this right here. If you type in wyvern and you usually see, I was like, how do they fold their wings? I was like doing a little bit of research. I was like, okay, if he tugs his wing and then his non polygonal weird wings on his back, that's gonna indicate that he's still a bug. And I do like this because I was like, oh, he's probably gonna armor up and stuff like that. But then I was like, my thought is that I want Flygon to be faster than Dragon Knight because I hate Dragon Knight. I was like, Flygon is superior, but I was like, if I gave him the horn, this is the part where Yu-Gi-Oh starts to seep in, and I know how to draw Blue Eyes White Dragon really well, like without even looking. So this part is the whole influence of Blue Eyes White Dragon. You hate it? Okay, for Dragon Knight, I love Dragon Knight as it is. I just don't want it to mega evolve to whatever Pokemon have it, which makes me sad because I also it doesn't make sense because if you watch the anime, Dragon Knight supposedly is really soft and really cuddly. And it really depends on their nature too, if they have an attitude or not. But like at the same time, they're supposed to be like one of the friendliest friendly animals or Pokemon there is to be, and it delivers mail. It's the express mail Pokemon. I know too much about Dragon Knight, mostly because I was also doing research for the Mega Evolution that I want a Dragon Knight to be. Yeah. Anyways, so that's how we arrived here. And from there on, I basically just expanded it to this. And I arrived at the trap hinge head during the process of figuring out line work and art. So yeah, here we are. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of research, but it was really fun. Like, I think I also watched a lot of redraw video for Pokemon too, by this one guy, and he was really good. Honestly, there was one Jinx that I really wish it was real because I never seen a better Jinx design. I always hated that Pokemon, but she made it so that I hate that Pokemon less. But yeah, this is my Mega Evolution. Ooh. Whoa, this background is even better. Wow. Flygon uses Hyper Beam. Yeah, but there was this one design that I showed Latino Gamer earlier, was that it was so cute. I think I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up. Toto. I really like this design, and I don't think anyone has convinced me otherwise. Da, 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 da. Wait. There you go. There she is. It's not by subjectively, but it's by. Oh, does it tell who the artist? It's one of the winners. I really like it. I like it because it's okay. It explains it. So hang on, I'm gonna turn off the music for a bit. Let me find it so we can watch it from the beginning. The way they explained it is also so good because it's not Jinx is no longer humanoid. It's more of like a harpy. You know, back in those days, they look like human and they lure people in, but they're not really human. Let me see if I can pause for a second. Wait, is my desktop? Okay.
Most successful of the
Wait, let me.
The artist had this to say about their design. Jinx needs no introduction amongst Pokemon that sorely need a rework. It seems to take from a wide variety of inspirations: the Yuki Onna, Yamauba, opera singers, and Gyaro Ganguro. Unfortunately, none of these really come to
I
the
didn't know they were
foreground in a
come from
pleasant way,
Gyaro
and the end result
Ganguro.
appears disconcerting at best and borderline racist at worst. That being said, I believe an air of bizarreness should be an essential part of the human-shaped Pokemon. I found an unconfirmed rumor that Jinx's namesake might come from Lynx, a witch who was transformed into a bird. While I doubt this was the designer's intention, it became a vital inspiration in moving Jinx away from the uncomfortable and towards the uncanny. I looked to the world of birds, famous for elaborate dances and mimicry. Long, thin bird legs form something analogous to human arms, its tail feathers forming a flowing dress. I recycled the strange spikes on Jinx's original dress into tiny bird wings that it uses to hover in the air, freeing its talons to perform its hypnotic dance. In this context, Jinx's rhythmic movements change from the uncomfortable notion of a far too human Pokemon being painted in a seductive light to a form of mimicry performed to lure people in. I imagined travelers lost in a blizzard, seeing what looked to them to be a ghostly woman floating through the snow. Up close, its deception is obvious, but obscured by the storm, its mimicry may yet trick someone into coming too close. While I personally really like when ice types aren't in your face about their typing, another criticism I had was that Jinx doesn't really look like an ice type unless you know the inspiration. Frosty eyelashes and blue lips help sell the visage of someone who's been out in the cold for a very long time, but it also pays proper homage to its Ganguro inspirations. Overall, my goal was to make its elements more purposeful while moving away from something so excessively humanoid.